Hello everybody, welcome to FC Amakhosi Venture, and this is Sunday Lemcholi. Guys, thank you. Continue to like, subscribe, and comment, guys. Comment. So today, I'm a bit concerned, so I'm going to be talking about my concerns. So I'm concerned about the management, I'm concerned about you fans, some of you, not every one of you. I'm concerned about you guys. So I'm going to tell you why am I concerned about you guys. And I might be a concern to other people as well, or I might appear as if I'm living in my own cocoon or something, but I'm so concerned, guys. You hear other teams that they want players and then also want those players. We hear that, okay, Pirates has signed Kapinga. We also want Kapinga, or we wanted Kapinga, or why didn't you sign Kapinga? He was available on a free and the same on the Pirates who always make jokes about us and say that we are free agents. They also signed a free agent, by the way. Now, you hear that, okay, that human from Maritzburg has been signed by Amazon, and then you are asking questions, why didn't we sign him? Hey, we wanted this player, his top quality and whatnot. Not disputing that. I am not disputing that. I'm going to tell you something. Before I tell you my views and my opinion about this, you are having a partner. You love your partner dearly. You love your partner dearly. And then your partner comes home this day, is angry at you, or is even frustrated and not happy. And then you ask, baby, what's wrong? What do you need? Are you fine? Are you sick? What's happening? You are not yourself today. And then eventually they tell you, you know what, love, I saw Zinhle, they bought Zinhle a new car, they bought Zinhle new shoes, new blankets, new whatever, they bought Zinhle new furniture and all this. And then when you ask, but love, aren't you driving a new car that I bought you? I said, no, yes, you did, but Zinhle is driving the same model as me, but it's just that they bought a 5 Series, I'm driving a 1 Series. But love, you have this car. You are not like those people who don't have cars. It's not as if you are taking taxis. So what's really the problem? Then, when you sit down and understand that some people, because other people are happy or they are having new things, then we too will want new things. Aren't we envying other people? Aren't we envying other people in such a way that we end up not being content ourselves? I mean, let's come back home. You want Kapinga, who's an attacking midfielder. You want Human, who's an attacking midfielder. These guys are attacking midfielders. And you wanted this other guy, I forgot his name, he was playing for Vets and then he went to Sundowns, coming from overseas. Who went to Morocco now. You wanted that guy. I forgot his name. But yeah, you all wanted attacking midfielders just because they are available on a free, or just because that they are gettable, if there's such a word. Then you are saying that no, but how can it be beaten by Amazon to sign this guy, Human? Yes, we were negotiating with this guy. And my question that I asked one of my fellow friends, I asked them this question, yes, you want Human. Say that Maritzburg, they say, okay, you know what? Human, we're not going to change his price. The same price that was on his head when he was playing in the PSL, still the same price that we still value this guy on. Guys, there's something you need to know. Once a team is relegated, the price of that player changes. It changes, guys. It changes. It's the same as the PSL or SAFA. When they give money to PSL, say that you are a team in the PSL, the money that they give you when you are in the person, the money that they give you when you are in Motsipe Cup, in Motsipe League, it's not the same. Same with players, their value, they decrease. That's how life it is sometimes. It depreciates when you go to Motsipe, guys. It doesn't remain the same. So I asked him this. I'm like, bruh, tell me, if they're valuing this guy at 5 million while he's still playing in the PSL, do you expect Chiefs to buy the very same guy on 5 million when he goes to Motsipe? Just because Amazulu bought him, does it mean that we are not buying quality? But how? How are we not buying quality if, say, Amazulu can say 5 million and then you say Chiefs? No, because we know his value is depreciated. We're going to pay you 3.5 million, for example. We're going to pay you 3.5 million, and then Amazulu says, no, okay, sharp, Tina, we have money, and we're going to buy you with that 5 million that is put on the head of this guy. And then they bought this guy. Do you blame Chiefs for saying that, no, you are not being fair in how you are valuing this guy because he's now playing in the Motsipe Cup? I do not blame Chiefs. 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 And two, which is the main concern that I have. Main concern that I have. You want us to buy players in positions that are not a priority. You want us to buy players that are not a priority. We have positions that are priority. We have positions that we have identified as fans, probably the management haven't, but hopefully that one day they will see it. We have identified that the main area of concern for our club at the moment is the CDM. And for years, we have lacked it. If we had a player, there would not be a same-like-minded or same-like player. So that person will not have competition. So we have identified that CDM is a problem, and then you want us to go and buy Kapinga, who's an attacking midfielder. So we'll have an attacking midfielder, but still you still have a hole, a big hole that you haven't addressed. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all that you want us to address positions that are not necessary at the moment. As much as those guys, they could be quality players and all, but they are not our main problem. Our main and the biggest problem is the CDM. We can't afford to go and buy another winger, for example. We can't go and afford to buy a centre back, for example. We can't go and say we buy a right back, for example, because that's not the main problem at the moment. By the way, you say we should go and buy an attacking midfielder. Do you know how many players do we have playing there currently in this team? Do you want to know? We have like 5 players. We have Khatebe, Samkela, but we have this guy, Khatebe. We have Khatebe, who was a captain of MDC. We have Kosing Pilengobo, who was also a captain in MDC. We have Tuduzi Shabalala, who was also a captain of MDC. We have Tuduzi Mdantsana. We have Matlo. 5 players. 5 players. You might say Kosing Pilengobo is injury prone and sure, granted, -1. You say no, Khatebe is I don't know the excuse. Last season didn't perform. I don't know how many players performed under Zone, but anyway, we have 4 players if you minus no. We even bought a new guy, Mdantsana, and we still haven't used Matlo. And we had Shabalala already do die there. And then you want us to go and buy an attacking midfielder. Based on what? Does it make sense? When we have a big problem behind these guys, CDM. I could have heard or understood if you said to me, okay, we need a goalkeeper, which is like another problem that you need to identify, that we need to address. We have identified we have a problem in the goalkeeping department. We don't have a number one. A team of our magnitude, a team big as Kaizer Chiefs, we don't have number one. Itumen Kuna love Itumen Kuna with everything, you know that, but is an injury prone. Itumen Kuna is an injury prone, and this is his last season playing in the PSL. Can he still do it? I do not know. Who's your number two? You say it's Peterson. Peterson is not a make sure. Peterson is not a make sure. Peterson is not confident. Peterson last season he made so many blunders. And then you want us to go and buy an attacking midfielder when we have these positions that are an area of concern for our club. Think about it, guys. Think about it. But as for me, I think attacking midfielder is the least of our problems. Least of our problems. Least of our problems. We need CDM, if not two. We need Abbas, we need Mteto, or we need Mbonye, the Zimbabwean that we linked with earlier on the season. Guys, we need to address this. I mean, in no time, in a few days or so now, the league will resume, and we're still going to war without having ammunition, enough ammunition. We have a gun that only has one bullet. We are lacking, guys. We are still lacking, and I'm so concerned that we see these things. The management seems to not see these things, and some of our fans see these things, but they decide to turn a blind eye. We are still lacking. Anyway, moving right along, my friend Sbusiso Lukele, he raised an important point. So we're talking about home ground advantage. If you check my previous video where I was talking about the number of points or points tally that you can get, he says to me, I hear you, Sanele, when you say these things, but how can those points be achievable or attainable if we still don't have a home ground? Some of you say, no, but we have FNB. Sure, we have FNB, but do you know how many other home games that we'll have outside of Gauteng? I think we're going to play in Pitamukaba or something, and then we're going to play in Mabida, KZN, Devon. You say, but wherever that you go, we occupy those grounds, and then we turn those grounds into home grounds. Sure, you can say that we occupy, but guys, he then says to me, Orlando Pirates, guys, is Orlando Pirates, and they're feared because we know that at Orlando Stadium, that's their home ground. Teams, they go there, they're afraid to go there. And he's not lying. He is not lying. We know that your Mamelodi Sundowns say, okay, we're taking you there to Pretoria. We know that you won't come out there. You going there psychological already. You are fearful, psychological already. Like you're thinking, 1, 2, you're in your 6s and 7s because you know that the fans will make you feel like, you know what, you don't belong there. And you don't belong there. But as for us, that's why at FNB, you find that there's a couple in France sitting here, and then there are 3 people sitting there. We don't go to stadiums anymore. And then we say that we have home grounds and we have these home games. You can't blame it on fans. First, you are not performing, you are not winning anything, and you are having so many home grounds for that matter. It helps, it gives you an advantage if you have one home ground. It gives you that advantage if you have that one home ground where people know that there it's a slaughterhouse. You don't come back with points because the fans, they will make you feel they're like the 12th man. But we are changing these grounds. We're going to play there. Financially, it makes sense. We are a business. We know that. But think about it psychologically. What would that give to the players? That extra edge if you were to say, okay, FNB is our main ground. That's it. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think, guys, about all these views and everything. Oh, by the way, we needed a striker because Chivaviro was the only outright striker that we have. Duba, 1.5. Don't mention me as a striker because still young and. Caleb, apparently, he's back in South Africa. Why? Because Wydad, Casablanca coach, the new coach, he paused all the movements, the transfer movements, and said that, no, wait, management, I don't want you to sign new players yet. Let me come and assess who I have now. And then, by the look of things, it looks like he wasn't convinced. Say that Caleb trialed. I don't know what really happened, but the story is that Caleb is back in South Africa and seems as if he's going to be back and playing for Kaizer Chiefs. I'm happy. Attack me all you like, but I am happy because you are so thin up front. Only had Chivaviro. Having Caleb who's different with Chivaviro. Chivaviro, you look at the body structure and you say that he's a target man. No, he's a different type of a player. He drops, and then once you play, he's that kind of a striker like a Hurricane who comes, drop deep, come and collects the ball, and then they play the quick 1-2s, and then boom, he scores, which is good. But Caleb is one of those that would be a target man, would be like a point of reference that the ball will be played to him. He's going to play those upcoming players, going to play those quick 1-2s with those guys who are close to him, but he's going to play against the post, against the post, and he turns, and then he scores. He enjoys being in the kitchen, like Mark Williams likes to say. If you do not want to be in the kitchen, then leave the kitchen. There's no striker that is supposed to be outside of the kitchen. Your responsibility as a striker, be in the kitchen and cook there, score those goals. That's what Mark Williams says. So guys, what kind of a striker that you still need? We need a mobile striker, not like your Chivaviro, or say that Chivaviro is injured, say that Chivaviro is suspended, say that he's out of form. We need another striker because we booed Caleb last season. Now that he's back, some of you are not happy. So who are we going to strike with when the league starts? Who are you going to strike with if Chivaviro is not, or if he's still injured because he was injured? Who are you going to strike with? If you say Caleb, you don't want Caleb. Do you remember how we performed against Young? How many chances did you create? Didn't even score. How many chances did you have on target? One, that one that was struck by Kapinga. Second half, how many chances did you have? I don't remember. But yeah, we need another striker, mobile striker. Say that Chivaviro is injured. Oh, the coach doesn't want to use Caleb. We need another striker. And apparently, Nzeki said that he just confirmed basically what our manager, who's this Junior Mtaungi said when he said that no, we haven't closed the checkbook. And we've been quiet of late, probably because we're still scouting, which is like fine. But we still need to buy a CDM, if not to buy another striker. Buy another striker, buy another goalkeeper. If we don't buy these other positions, or we don't address these other positions, but please make sure, please make sure that you have a CDM, if not two. Guys, tell me your thoughts. What do you think? Thank you so much. Thank you. Amakhosi Fan Channel AFC. Love you guys. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Bye.